Hi friends, it's Dyra. Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, this is my daughter. She's been on my channel several times and we had lightened her hair on the journey to becoming really bright blonde. So this was the first step. So originally I did this video to show an Olaplex treatment, but I have done that previously, so I wasn't going to post it, but I am going to do her second step in coloring her hair. So I wanted to show what her hair looks like now and talk a little bit about maintaining her hair now that we have colored the whole head, because in the past she's only had like highlights on the top of her hair and kept solid black on the back. So now, we have to treat her whole entire head, which makes it a little bit more difficult. I mean, it's pretty much the same things that we would do to maintain her hair on the top, but now we're doing the whole entire head. So with this Olaplex treatment, as you saw, I mixed I forgot what the size is from the top of the nozzle, but I added the full amount to 3 ounces of water. Her hair is dry. It was previously shampooed and she just let it air dry without any products. So as you saw, it was extremely dry. So I'm applying the step number 1 to her hair, which is the first thing that you have to do. And as you can see, I am making sure to kind of gently rub that in just so her hair could soak it up. Normally I would do this right at the sink so that if anything drips down, it would drip down into the sink, but since I'm recording it, I am doing it at the chair. So I'm just trying to make sure that her hair absorbs all of the liquid. So then the next step will be to allow this to sit for 5 minutes and then apply number 2. I would normally detangle and comb through the hair with this part 1 just to make sure that it's got on every strand, but her hair was not detangled and I didn't want to rip through her hair, so I just kind of like smoothed it in to make sure that it got everywhere. So, and as you can see, her curls are coming back, so it is, getting everywhere. Now normally when I am shampooing or conditioning somebody's hair, I do not rub it like this, just because it's to be honest, it's not the best thing to do, but I know my daughter's hair. I know what I have to do to safely detangle it, but normally that's not something that I would do. So you saw that I wrapped it up, I put it up and put a cap on it for 5 minutes. And now I am adding number 2 to it, and then I will start to detangle. So when I'm adding this, I put a nice amount. I did divide it into different sections just to make sure that it's thoroughly on there. Olaplex is not the only thing that I do to her hair to maintain it. I take weeks where I may do a deep conditioning and sit her with a plastic cap under the dryer, or I may put her under the steamer just to make sure that whatever conditioning treatment I apply to her hair really gets in there. And when you do a steam treatment, it allows the cuticles to open and really get the moisture into her hair. And then another thing that I would do also would be a protein treatment. As curly girls, our hair is naturally drier, so when you get color, you have to really maintain the moisture, because there's just no way around getting color and not damaging your hair. And when I say damage, I'm not saying you get color and then your hair is just in really bad condition. I'm not saying that. You can definitely get color in a safe way and your hair remain healthy, but it is what it is. Color does damage the hair. So you want to make sure that you keep your hair healthy, and color is just high maintenance. No matter what color you get, whether it be light or it's dark, it's high maintenance, because first of all, you have to keep it up. once the color grows down, you have to keep getting your hair redone. If you have a toner, you have to get the toner redone every few weeks. So your hair, you're constantly having to redo it. As far as maintaining the color. So because of that, you're constantly doing things to your hair. So you want to keep the integrity of the hair. So you want to constantly make sure you deep conditioning, make sure that you're keeping your hair strong with any protein treatments or things like Olaplex. That's the bonding treatment to help keep your hair strong. But most importantly, you just want to make sure you keep it moisturized on the day-to-day basis. You want to make sure that you wrap your hair, wear silk bonnet, sleep on a silk or satin pillowcase if you're not going to keep it in a bonnet or keep it wrapped. You don't ever want your hair to get dried out, because drying leads to breakage, and breakage leads to having problems with your hair, and that is something that you definitely don't want. You always want to make sure that you keep your hair nice, healthy, and moisturized. Alright guys, so now that I rambled on and on about keeping your hair moisturized when you have a color, let's talk about what I'm doing. So now I'm detangling her hair. As you can see, I am finger detangling when things seem like they don't want to detangle with the wet brush. This brush is made to detangle hair, whether it be wet or dry. The way the bristles are made, it helps to detangle and separate the hair without any breakage. You can actually look at the brush and see that there is none of her hair in the brush. All you see is the white from the Olaplex. And I mention this only because sometimes I get comments on my videos saying that I'm being rough and I'm pulling the hair, and I'm really not. So yes, I finished detangling the back, and then I gave it to her so she can do the rest. That's the one good thing about when your client is actually your daughter. She can help you out. So after it was all detangled and it sat for around 30 to 40 minutes, I did shampoo and condition with the Olaplex number 4 and 5 it is. I believe those are the numbers. They do have a whole system that I believe goes up to number 7. I'm not sure. But I did use the 7, which is an oil, and it's also a heat protectant. I applied that to her hair, and then I detangled her hair and continue on to blow dry and straighten her hair, because that's what she wanted at the time. And then she does also flip back and forth with different styling. Sometimes she'll do a wash and go, sometimes she'll do a twist out, or she'll give herself a ponytail, or different things, different styles to her hair. But in between all of those, she always makes sure to treat her hair in one of the ways that I discussed earlier. So now, as you can see, I am touching up her edges, and she's Miss Scaredy Cat. She's holding her ears. I always tell my clients when I have them face in the mirror, I'm like, close your eyes, because when people see that hot tools coming towards them, they always freak out. So I find that to be funny. But yeah, so I had to make sure her edges are good, because you know, you can't have silky hair and then your edges are all curled up. It just doesn't go well together. So I like to hit those up really quickly, with not, you know, super extra heat, because you also don't want to burn them off either, but you just want to make sure they're nice and silky. And I do use the bedhead wax just so that it can stay straighter longer. And as you can see, her hair has a lot of gold in it just from us trying to lift. And I think it got really bright for the first time. So like I said, we are going to go sometime this week, go back in and take it a step lighter. But it's always good to rock the color that you get for a little bit and give your hair a chance to recover before you go back in with the lightening. That's all a process of keeping your hair healthy. A lot of times people want to go from black all the way up to bright blonde, and that's not good, because you're causing too much damage to the hair structure without giving it a chance to recover and treating it to make sure that it's good. So it's okay that it's a little golden. You know, we're gonna fix that now. So of course, I'm also doing a trim, which is also very important. With color, you want to make sure that you get rid of any of your bad ends, and make sure to always keep those clean so that they don't split up on you. So that's what I'm doing. Alright guys, so this is her hair completely pressed, and I did try to switch up the lighting in the salon just because at nighttime the lighting is not that great. Sometimes I don't get a true representation of what the color is, so I switched it up just so that you guys can see. It looks very pretty, but yeah, we're gonna go lighter with it. Also guys, I want to ask you to please take the opportunity to go ahead and subscribe to my daughter's channel. She has a channel where she just shows her day-to-day and things that she has interest in, and she's also a student, and she has goals on going to medical school, so she talks about that as well on her channel. So if that's something that you're interested in, or maybe have girls her age that are interested in that, maybe you guys can refer them to her channel. I will make sure to leave that down below. If you aren't already subscribed, please make sure to subscribe so that you can get my videos when I upload, and you can get the video of her updated hair color when I upload that next week. I appreciate each and every one of you watching my videos and always supporting me and always leaving me comments. I read all of them. I love them, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Oh yeah, that's me joking with her, telling her that you guys were going to have a lot to say about me moving and squeezing her head all over the place. Just having fun with my child while I record some YouTube content. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you in my next video.